So you have your. This is a way I also try to teach people to look at how when you're buying this stuff, how to kind of like mentally understand what's going on, because the manufacturers are going to give you a price, right? First, they're going to have a minimal order quantity when you're trying to like do manufacturing overseas. You have to order a certain amount of units, period, for them to even do the project for you.
Uh huh.
So that's part one. And then you have to get pricing from them. It's usually tiered pricing based on the quantity that you're doing. And if you're starting out, you're probably going to be doing pretty low quantities, right? So you're going to get the worst pricing from them. You can negotiate some of it. You can negotiate things like, all right, well, if I order, I want the cost of these samples included or deducted from the final price, things like that. Uh, you can once you get good, really good relationships with manufacturers, and you're buying a certain level of stuff. Some of them will give you free samples, so that's something
Okay.
that's really cool too. Like that's you've probably been working with them for a year, maybe a couple of years, whatnot, and now like they know that you're going to buy things. They know you're like a serious buyer. Uh, you might even get better pricing. You might be able to negotiate like, hey, with this pricing, I want you to include the packaging now. There's things like that, but um, those are some of the pieces of it. But you also need to understand that just because you have, like, say something's like $10, right?
Uh huh.
A, you still have to pay for the freight, and the freight might be double whatever the total cost is of the units. So say you got, you know, let's just do easy math. Um, units are you're getting 100 units. They're $10 a piece, so you're at $1,000. Your freight might be $1,000 too. So you need to know
Oh my
that
goodness.
uh, you're like my actual cost is $2,000. My landed cost now is $20 per unit, and like landed cost is what the final price is when it hits your doorstep. What you paid. So like divide that by the units, and that's your landed cost. So I tell people to calculate that, and then you need to say you're going to a convention and selling something.
Hmm.
It could be online, it could be a convention, it could be whatever.